Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a very interesting weekend. Personal stuff, nonetheless, but there has been something that has been brought to my attention, and I think a lot of us forgot all about it. Now, the little bit of time that I worked at PSA, I didn't learn everything. I learned very minimal amounts. I didn't actually get hired. We've all been through this conversation already, but somebody had brought to my attention that at one point PSA had acquired this right here. Now, you may be asking what that is. Some of you may know, some of you may have no idea. But Geniment AI technology, wonder what that was used for. Well, I couldn't find a whole lot of information. They did show that they had acquired them back in 2021. And also, there's been a few articles that have been written by Cardhound Vintage, Christopher Finland, and TCG Rock, along with a couple of other places that have touched on this. Uh, it's a very interesting subject because if they have the technology to do AI grading and they're not using it, then what could it be used for? Well, in some of those articles, which I would assume would be probably very good detailed research that has been done, because I'm assuming is very good detailed research. And after looking through their articles and kind of getting an idea of what it was for, and also using Google, which kind of gave me a breakdown of it as well, it looks like it is used for card fingerprinting. What is card fingerprinting, you might ask? Well, in one of the articles, and actually in one of the descriptions that come up in AI from Google, it shows that card fingerprinting is how they record the card to see if it's been resubmitted. They also look at if there's trimming. They also look at if there's any sort of flaws that are in the card. So if you're one of those people that like to resubmit cards because you feel like you didn't get the right grade, this is your answer right here. This program is going through and taking a fingerprint of those cards and telling its system this card has already been graded. So if you resubmit a card and you get the same grade back, it's probably because this card's already been resubmitted. Now, I'm pretty sure there's people who have found workarounds like cracking the card out of the case and resending it, being that most of the cards aren't serial numbered and most of the cards don't have any way of tracking that information. But when you send it back inside of the PSA case, it's going to show what your certification number is on there. And with that certification number, they're able to track and tell whether this card obviously has been graded before or not. So, I'm curious. In the time frame that I was there, I never saw anything like this. I was there a very small amount of time. And it's very interesting to know that they have a program that could easily do grading for them once it gets, I guess, perfected. Because you got plenty of places that do AI grading. You've got Tag, you've got AGS, but you've got a few companies that do it. And it could be to the benefit of PSA to actually bring that AI grading out and possibly, I don't know, speed up this process, unless they're using it on a scale that isn't at the level of grading cards. Which, at this point, you might want to come up with a way to make that a little bit faster, because it does look like it's going to be a very daunting task to try to get caught up with everything that's going on. And it does also look like a lot of the cards right here are starting to go down. So not many people are sending them in, which I guess would be a smart move by raising the price and kicking the turnaround time up. So a lot of people aren't sending in, your base rookies and sending in cards that they just wanted to have holdered, which I am guilty of, I will admit. But at this point, what's next? Are they working on something to create Geniment to be able to work and do the grading process for them? Are they trying to perfect this? Is this the next level? Will we start seeing AI/human grading, which is something that we've all probably been asking for the longest time? Who knows? But we'll find out what happens. You guys take it easy. Buy the card, not the grade. Singles are gold. I will admit this weekend I did kind of grab some of those WWE Universe blaster boxes. Hit some pretty good stuff, but you know, it's obviously because these are going to probably be some sort of ridiculous price, even for base. And it's $300 for a hobby box. And when you can find the blaster boxes, they're fairly cheap, which are everywhere for some reason. It doesn't seem like everybody's jumping on this real quick. So, if you get an opportunity, go out there and check them out. Also have some on my Instagram page. So, take it easy, guys. Do some research. Nobody's really been talking about this. Like I said, there's only been 3 places that have actually said something about this Genament program that they have. Everybody researched it and brought it up back in 2021. Some people were in 2022. There was an article back in 2023, but nobody's been really bringing this up. A lot of the big names haven't been saying anything about it either. So, what gives? Is it something that's a really hush hush? Is it something that we have obviously no true information about, which is okay because they're not going to give away their whole hand. But take a dive, take a look, see what you can find on that, and see if it's something that is either going to be a benefit to us or going to be a bit of an issue for all of us. All right, guys, take it easy.